So if you own your own business, it's really important not to miss this step when it comes to maintaining your business. This is a problem that I see quite regularly with clients and just other businesses that I come across. And that's that they're failing to do their annual renewals with their business registry. So of course, this can vary from business to business, industry to industry, jurisdiction to jurisdiction. So I'm just speaking very generally here. But when you incorporate a business or register a business, typically with your business registry in which you're registered, you're going to have to file annual renewals or annual filings. And these are completely separate from filing your annual taxes. With your annual taxes, at least here in Canada, you're filing that with the federal government, the Canada Revenue Agency. Whereas when it comes to doing your annual renewals for your business, that's going to be typically with your provincial business registry. The one exception would be if you have a federal corporation through the government of Canada. But so with these annual renewals, basically what you're doing is just keeping your business active. And when it comes to corporations, typically these are once per year, where with your corporate registry, your business registry, every year you have to go in and file this renewal, file this update, basically again, just to keep your corporation active. Because I see this quite regularly where business owners of corporations fail to do these annual renewals, and then their corporation gets deactivated or struck off. And now if your corporation becomes struck off or inactive, then you'll typically have to pay a fee to restore or revive that, depending on the rules of your jurisdiction and for how long it's been inactive for. So in my opinion, the best thing to do is just to put an annual reminder in your phone. Let's say your renewal is due the end of February. Put a reminder in your phone for the middle of February to do your annual renewal with your business registry, just so you don't miss it, because I don't think all these business registries are sending out notifications, or maybe they do, but it's going to, an old email, or it's going to a spam folder, or the physical mail is going to the wrong address or something like that. So it's good just to take that responsibility upon yourself to remind yourself to do those renewals. So that was more for corporations. However, if you have a business registered, typically just like an operating name or a business name tied to a human entity, so a sole proprietorship or a partnership, then typically you have to do those renewals as well. And again, this can vary from jurisdiction to jurisdiction, and it's completely separate from filing your tax return. So in my jurisdiction where I live, for a business name that's registered to a partnership or a sole proprietorship, we have to do the renewals every 3 years, not every year, whereas the corporation has to do it every year. But either way, I see the same issue where sole proprietors or partners who have registered business names fail to file their renewal every 3 years, and then their business name becomes inactive or deactivated. And if that happens, you again have to pay a fee to revive that business name or restore that business name. And after a while, that business name can actually be removed from you and can become available to other people if they want to register that. So very important to do those renewals so that your corporation or your business name doesn't get deactivated, especially if you're wanting to hold on to that business name, because again, in some cases, if you don't file those, it becomes deactivated. Someone else can then take that business name and register it. And then one last point just to add is that I think sometimes people think that if their corporation gets, deactivated, struck off, or their business name becomes deactivated, then they feel like they can't be filing their taxes, or how can they have a city business license or whatever. But typically all those organizations are separate, because you're going to be filing your taxes typically with the federal government, whereas your business license is typically with the municipal government. And then your business name is registered, or your corporation is incorporated with a provincial business registry. So they're all kind of disconnected there. And those other entities don't necessarily know that your business name or your corporation have been deactivated. Anyways, just an important thing to be aware of. Hopefully the video was useful. If so, please click like, and feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel here, where I currently have over 250 videos that cover business startup and business management topics.